Priestess I was. Teacher I was. Queen I was. My mother was a princess. My father a king. My own temple I was worshipped in. The gift of my juicy thighs hailed by all. Men and women came to see me dance, to love. My heart was large, spacious. My flesh, laughter and compassion. From temple, born to street, now my feet are my trade. My flesh, my goods. By the pound I am rich, but when morning comes and my flesh cascades over my clothes, I'm told its price is low, worthless even, and made to strap it up. My breasts of love turned upwards. My house is shrinking. My cave is starting to rot. He came when the sun filled my temple and darkened the arches with his profession of a king, not king in my heart. You slay my goddess. And with his darkness came the light of fire, and the cool pool inside me nearly dried up. They gave me a house to hide my wares, a box, no arches, no water to be heard running, and said, in these rooms you must stay and sell your scarlet sin by the hour. But all my loves, you had to wade through the streets to find me, no longer to be seen in the temple of pleasure on top of the hill. You had to find time between your duties to rest in me, your savior, now a boxed up goddess, and your heart broke a little, your unhappiness spread like disease to your wives, passing between you like a virus, yellowing to shame. You left that shame at my door, and I am priestess no more. No longer virgin harlot goddess, prized wife and queen. Split in two now, virgin whore, like my legs open and red. The virgin runs from me now, the memories of our oneness clouded in her broken heart. But at night between the dirty sheets, her legs redden with his heat, filling her with shame with the morning sun. No longer virgin harlot goddess, prized wife and queen. Split in two now, virgin whore like my legs, the memories of our union clouded in her broken heart. But at night between the dirty sheets, her legs redden with his heat, and the darkness comes, filling her with shame with the morning sun, filling her with shame with the morning sun, filling her with shame with the morning sun. As the girl lay dreaming, she remembered when she came, a stranger to this place. All she could remember were footsteps and the sway of a woman's skirt in front of her. It seemed she had been walking her whole life. She didn't mind where she went or who with. They say that a giantess made them, carried huge stones across the water while her feeding babies hung from her breasts. She had wandered for a long time, so she was happy when a woman came and wrapped her in a sky blue veil, the colour of acacia flower, put her hand on her back as if it was glued, and led her away out through the mouth of the olive grove. The woman was brown and thick-fingered, with large brown eyes which were marked with a line of coal. Her mouth was soft and full and reminded the girl of ripe figs. She had bronze rings on all her toes and around her ankles and waist. And every part of the woman's body was warm, as if she had been lying in the sun for a long time. Down, down, down they continued, down a pathway made by the stepping of feet lined with jasmine flower, pink and dark blue, the colour of night, until they saw in the distance the largest stones they had ever seen, leaning against each other, enclosing a space, and smaller stones decorated with red and gold paint made another inner circle. And at one side of the structure, the back of an enormous female, facing out to sea, with hands the size of trees, as large as a whale, and her legs crossed over her feet like big, flat rocks. Smoke from a huge fire snaked up into the sky. At the sight of Great Mother, the girl felt she could rest, as someone reaching home after a long journey. After a few days of resting in a chamber lined with llama skin, a hole above her head so she could see the stars at night, the girl began their work. To the chamber of the priestess, who was so beautiful the girl could not take her eyes from her. Dressed in dark blue, with skin nearly the same colour, a scarlet stone in her belly button and red painted feet. Every part of her shone darkly like a night sky, except for her teeth, which were a matte black with no sheen at all. The priestess did not greet the girl with words, but with a long, steady look, and leaned her head back a little to look at her body. Then the priestess took the girl's hips in her hands and began to move them slightly from side to side, her palms opening and closing on the flesh. "Good," she said. "Close your eyes. Feel." The girl closed her eyes and felt the movement, which began with the priestess's hips, but went on to feel as if her whole belly and spine were moving. She felt a quiet murmur in her womb, but which grew and spread into a soft wave. Don't think, just feel. If you start thinking, go back to the beginning. That is how you will learn about love. The girl opened her eyes. That is enough for today. The next day the girl went to the priestess again. There is more to hold today. Again, the priestess took the girl's hips in her hands and began to move them, tiny, imperceptible movements at first, then growing like a snake, sweeping. Then she took the girl's hands and put them on her own hips. The girl could feel the strength in the priestess's hips, and her hands were beginning to burn. "Hold it," she said. "Breathe," she said. The girl closed her eyes. "Now," she said, "let your body go with it. Like a snake lashing its tail in slow motion, the girl began to move. She began to let what the priestess was doing to affect her, to move into her, out of her, through her, like a slow warm